We are making a pit stop right outside of the Denver International Airport, and we've dropped off Jesse and number 2. They're heading towards Virginia, and we're going in the exact opposite direction to Arizona to see the Grand Canyon. We're going to stop at Four Corners, which is where Colorado and its neighbors, which I don't know who all of them are yet, are meeting at one little point, so we're going to check out that before we go to the Grand Canyon. And tonight we are back to our old sleeping method, which is the car, and we'll probably be in the car for a little while. Hopefully it doesn't get super cold and we have a good time.
Okay, so yesterday we dropped off Jesse and Katie too, and we drove for 9 hours from the airport. Well, we drove for 9 hours yesterday total to the airport, from the airport to this point where we stopped last night about 7 or 8 o'clock. And it was completely dark, so we had no idea what it looked like. And this is Camp Champ, this is where we slept. And it's pretty cool to wake up in a place and look outside and not know at all what you're surrounded by and have it just be a complete surprise. So there's this beautiful scenery in this canyon and this river. And we are way out in the middle of nowhere. Like 3 cars drove by all night. It was, yeah, while we were driving along, it was just like, whoa, there's really nobody out here. Whew, and it is cold. I am freezing to death. It's probably 40, but it's pretty windy. So yeah, I'm gonna brush my teeth and get back in Camp Champ, and then we're gonna go. Oh wait, here you go. Focus, there you are. So I've walked a few feet from Camp Champ here, and that's a cactus, and that's a carcass, probably of a cow. It's pretty big. Katie is exploring her courage. Yeah. Okay, so this part of the world used to be gold country, and they had a lot of gold mines, and in this particular region they needed to deliver water to one of the mines, so they had built this 13-mile water delivery system. What was it? How did they phrase it? Flume. A flume, yes, a flume. And the last 5 miles of it were embedded on the walls of these canyons. And this is in like the late 1800s, so you can barely see that. And that is the leftovers of this old flume that ran along the canyon walls. And I mean, like, they built this in like 1890. Can you imagine in 1890 coming out here? I mean, we were a long way from nowhere, coming out here and bringing all these materials and somehow attaching them to a wall for 5 miles. It's pretty insane. And then shortly after they finished it, they figured out, hey, there's no gold out here, and they left. So they're really good engineers, but not that good at detecting gold mines. So we're at Four Corners. So I'm in Colorado and Katie's in Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado. Oh, there you go. How about that?
It cost $6 to get in.
Yeah, this was $3 per person. So while we were at Four Corners, we met an older couple. They're probably, I guess, 60. And we just started talking to them and told them about our trip around the world. And she asked us if we went to, the woman had asked us if we went to Thailand. And the other country she asked if we went to was Israel. And then she asked us if we had met any tourists. And that's, we've had some people say some weird, ignorant stuff to us, but that's the first time anybody's ever asked us about tourists. Oh boy, they're a farming couple from Ohio. They're very nice, but apparently they think that there's lots of tourists.
Terrorists! We haven't met any terrorists. And I mean, even if we did, would they have told us that they were fucking terrorists? Like, how would we know? Like, do they have a sign on? Is it like, I don't understand. So, wow. Maybe they're terrorists, I don't know.
Next time we go around the world, we're gonna ask people for their Al-Qaeda membership card.
Exactly. So we're getting really, really close to the Grand Canyon, and this is the Little Colorado River Forge. Is that right?
I don't know.
Well, let me be safe about this and not pay attention to where, oh God. All right.
It said there was a 1,000-foot drop, so to control your pets.
Wow.
Unless you have a bird, I guess it would probably be okay if you had a bird.
Yeah. That's really disorienting.
Yeah.
The sun might make it hard to see a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna watch the sunset in this amazing, amazing area. No more time for videos. Must enjoy.
All right, so yeah, this is the Grand Canyon. We're hiking the South Kaibab Trail. And of course that's on the south side of the rim, the south rim or whatever. The north rim is closed during the winter. We found that out while we were driving there yesterday. And we saw a sign saying it was closed. So we slept in the car in the parking lot last night. And that went fine. And now we are hiking down this trail, and this is what we're looking at. It's pretty insane. Do you have any commentary?
I'm at the Grand Canyon. I'm in the Grand Canyon. Okay, I know that the sun's a little blaring, but we started somewhere off of this ridge right here. And I think we've gone at least 1,000 feet into the Grand Canyon through trails that kind of look like this. Right now we're kind of off trail and we're going out to this little peak right here. It's kind of an offshoot of Cedar Ridge, which is a point along the south, and I keep calling it Kebab. You're just gonna have to deal with that. Trail here at the Grand Canyon. The view is pretty amazing. I'm gonna do a nice slow shot so you can take this all in. Just layers and layers upon layers of rock that go down. We have not seen a bottom by any means. I'm excited to see the bottom if we ever are able to see it from where we're going to be traveling today, which is to that one ridge. So we're almost at the end of our hike, because you actually, usually when you hike, this probably can't see me, usually when you hike, I mean, we were used to, like in Korea, going up a mountain and then going back down. This way you have to climb down and then back up. So it's kind of weird not to do the exerting part first and then the mildly exerting part afterwards. So we've done the easy part and then we start the hard part. I prefer mountains, but this compares in no way. Nothing compares to this. This is incredible, and I can't wait to go sit on that ridge and see what's on the other side. The tower at Desert View here at the Grand Canyon was built in the 1930s, and we honestly thought that it had some sort of significance, but it really was only built to be a gift shop and a rest area here at the Desert View. Kind of disappointing. We were hoping some awesome story would be coming out of this, but it's just for gifts.
There's a tool up at the very top, and it's measuring the tower, pulling itself apart, like it's cracking and falling apart, and like they've got this little thing that like measures how much it's coming apart. That's weird.
Yeah, it's not scary to be in a tower that's falling apart. It's on this side, but you can't see the crack. But yeah, that's the tower. We were worried that we weren't going to get to see the Colorado River, which is what has caused all the erosion to make the Grand Canyon, or most of it at least. And it's right there, right in front of us. Very awesome. Alright, so we're back at the Grand Canyon, and yes, I say back at the Grand Canyon because last night at 10:47, a park ranger decided to wake us up and tell us that we could not sleep in our car in the parking lot at the park. We either had to pay for a campsite, or he also told us that if we go a quarter mile outside of the park, we can park anywhere we want and sleep. So we went outside of the park and we found like another campground almost, and parked in one of their little stations, and nobody came and bothered us for the rest of the night. So we're back here in the great old Grand Canyon, and hopefully we won't get kicked out again. What's most impressive about the Grand Canyon is the spectrum of colors that you see during different times of the day and even different times of the night. You'll see tons and tons of different colors. And then on top of that, clouds and different hues come out because of like mist that comes across the canyon, and it's amazing, all of the colors. I never thought it was going to be this colorful.
It's like the same rocks up close and they're dark red, but off in the distance they've got a blue hue to them. It's nifty.
Alright, my car is really dirty, and much like the car is really dirty, we haven't bathed in since we were in Colorado. So at least 2 nights and a little under 3 days, I guess. So it's about time that we took a shower, and here at the Grand Canyon, there are showers and laundromats. So you can pay $2 and get 8 minutes of hot water. Hooray! I don't know if 8 minutes is going to be enough, but we'll find out. Many people don't know this, but Sitwell's already been to the Hoover Dam once. We used to send him in packages to friends around the world so that they would in turn send pictures to my mom to give to another giraffe named Jerome that lives in her house. The project didn't work out so well. Sitwell got lost in the mail, and it was really it was a sad moment. But he's back. And we've brought him back here to the Hoover Dam, back to his roots. So you can really feel it.
Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Is this a goddamn... Okay, so we traveled around the world and we went to a lot of American restaurants and stuff. We went to Denny's and we went to a lot of McDonald's and stuff, and we would compare the differences between those restaurants and the American counterparts. And in this case, this is flipped, because this is the first time that we have ever been to a Japanese chain in America. So we're gonna hit this up and see what's up. Like I said, we ate a lot of this. We ate a lot of Yoshinoya in Tokyo and in different parts of Japan. So I wonder if they're gonna screw it up. I bet the portions are huge and the price is high, but we'll find out. Let's go. All right, to start off with, this is nothing. The ordering process is nothing like what it is in Japan or any of the ones that we went to do in Japan. Normally you just sit down at this table and then the person helps you while you're sitting at the table. This is kind of just like a regular American fast food restaurant where you walk up to it and order. And they don't have egg, so Katie can't put egg on her beef bowl.
I'm upset about that.
And she's upset about that. But I did find the ginger. So this is okay. It does look normal. And they have a lot of things a lot of things here that would not be in Japan. Clam chowder and chocolate cake and stuff. I didn't see anything like that. And what do you call it? Oh yeah, flan. That's really Japanese. So yeah, so far it's not exactly the same thing, but whatever. As long as the beef tastes the same, I'm alright. Okay, so first off, she has a salad that's buttermilk ranch dressing. Yeah, not so much. But look at the size of this. That's my hand. Keep in mind, I'm huge. That's a large. So this is 4 portions of what you would get from a large in Japan. And also you have this character to eat it with. And I'm not sure that the employees understand that this is a Japanese restaurant.
It's the car wash.
The car wash is playing that funk song from the 70s. It's quite an experience.
That tastes excellent though.
Does it? Yeah. That's good. Okay, the flavor is pretty spot on. It's good. It seems like there's a little bit more fat on the meat than I remember being in Japan, but that might just be the way I'm remembering it. but there definitely was not this puddle of sauce in the bottom of the bowl when you were done eating in Japan. So they're definitely using more sauce, and it does have more, the flavor is stronger, I guess. But I mean, it's not bad, it's just, it tastes a little less healthy, I guess, than the way I felt when I ate in Japan, but it might be because I have 10 pounds of beer.
Alright, so this is the Fremont Street experience, and I guess it's a very good way to step into the Las Vegas Strip. It's north of the Strip, but it holds all the things that are in it. There are casinos, there are lots of lights, and it's an incredible light display that they do on the ceiling. There are scantily clad women and a lot of performances going on that don't really make a whole lot of sense, except for some pop and locking by some guys that were really good at it. We enjoyed that.
Fremont Street's also kind of odd. It's like the most American thing you've ever seen, but it kind of feels like Japan at the same time, because there's people dressed weird and there's lots of lights and things aren't really making a lot of sense. So it kind of reminds me of some places in Tokyo, but with a lot of, you know, fat Americans drinking Foster's beer. So yeah, some of these hotels are pretty amazing. This is a Venetian, and check this out. You got this classy joint with David Spade playing. Like, what? All right, fair enough. But it is neat looking. It actually looks cooler than the one in Macau by quite a bit. Like, it's smaller, but it's pretty striking looking when you walk around the corner and see it.
We're currently in the Bellagio, and above us, these are flowers made of glass that were all hand blown. 2,000 of them. All different colors, all different shapes, all different swirls. It's really incredible looking.
I have a box of raisins from Walmart. Katie won't eat any. She also didn't like my banana. I can edit this, you know.
Apparently at the end of Ocean's 11, the Bellagio has a big shot at the end, and this is the fountain. Hold on. Let me show you all of the fountain.
We're happy that there's no Christmas music playing. We did some brief gambling, or well, Katie did some brief gambling in the Excalibur on the penny slots. She lost $2. So we've talked about this in the past, how Lonely Planet is always wrong about food. And this is not really Lonely Planet's fault. It's just funny, because they were like, oh, you gotta come eat at this witchcraft place. It's cheap, it's in Las Vegas, yada, yada, yada. Oh, and it's now closed until December 18th. This is funny. I know this isn't their fault, but like every time we come to use Lonely Planet's food recommendations, something goes wrong. Like, historically, almost, I'd say 90% of the time, it's always wrong or incorrect or it doesn't work out. It's great.
Alright, a lesser known fact about myself is that I am in love with Christmas lights. Like, every Christmas, I get Eric in the car at least like once or twice a week, and we drive around and talk about Christmas lights for like an hour to 2 hours. I might be a little obsessed. So for the last 2 Christmases, we've been on the road, and that's been a little depressing, but okay, I mean, we're doing cool stuff. So this is what happens when 2 Christmases are going by and I don't get Christmas lights. We go somewhere like this. This is actually a candy factory that's a little outside of the strip of Las Vegas, and they do a huge light show in their botanical cactus garden, and we're gonna go and check out all these cactuses and their candy shop and all this stuff, so it seems like a win-win. Hooray!
I'm in it for the candy.
I'm in it for the Christmas lights. The candy tour comes with pecan brittle.
It's candy, it's free.
Pecan brittle and white chocolate, or did you get milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
Or milk chocolate. Pretty good. Alright, so just for reference, we are living in our car. I mean, there are tons of blankets in the back seat which we fold out into a bed. Here are our bags that we're taking with us. My snowboard is actually in the car with us at all times, so that's a big bulky item that's kind of annoying. And then we've got plenty of room up here in the front, which you might not be able to see too well, but it's really uncluttered, because if it were cluttered, we'd die. We would literally drive ourselves crazy. We just saw this, though. That's a mask. Don't be scared. This is literally one of the most disgusting things I think I've seen in my life, and I'm waiting for like something terrible to pop out. And they've got all this stuff on the top of their van, which I'm not sure what all this is. The windows in the back are extremely tinted, so I would tell you that they're probably sleeping in there, but I don't know how that's possible.
They might be in there now.
Yeah, true. We're currently at Circus Circus, and at Circus Circus you get circus acts.
Okay, a couple days ago, out of pure necessity for shower, because like we needed a shower badly, we were like, well, how are we going to do this? How are we going to figure this out? So the answer to that question is truck stops like Petros have got showers in them that you can use. And it's actually pretty nice. Like, we did this a couple of days ago, and we're going to do it again today because we are headed out into the woods in Yosemite, and then a shower probably possible to come by, but we're not exactly sure. So you come up into here, and you don't even have to talk to a person. You just go over to this bot, and Katie is already over at this bot. Oh, we're in Nevada, that's why there's all these slot machines. But anyway, so you come over to this little thing, and you punch in your money. And it's kind of expensive. It's $10.
But it does get you an hour.
But we can both use it at the same time, and it gives you an hour of time. So, I mean, whatever. So if every 2 days we have to use a $5 each shower, it's really not that big of a deal. And then you give it its massive stack of cash, and then it's supposed to spit out a receipt, but it got stuck. Yep. Alright, so now we have this little receipt, and on the receipt it tells you your PIN code. In this case, it's 3004. And
your
then
driver number
up
is
here,
126.
your driver number, is also 126. So then you look up on the screen, and it says driver ID, and then it says shower number, and it says the shower is ready, so you bust up in there. So they've got like a ton of showers here, like 16 of them or something. So you come down this hallway, and we are shower number 8. So you come on down here, and here's number 8. And Katie's just gonna punch in our PIN code. And you come in, and this is what the shower looks like. So you've got a toilet, and you've got a nice big mirror, and a nice, it's super clean in here, and mint. This one smells a little better than the last one. Not that the last one was like gross, it was just a little off. It smells nice in here. And then this is the shower, nice big shower. So yeah, this little room for an hour for $10, kind of expensive if you're by yourself, but with 2 people, if you divide it up, it's okay.
And the fact that we haven't taken showers in 2 days, I mean, that's $2.50 per day per shower.
We could skip today and get that.
It'd get even cheaper.
A couple days ago, we also did laundry at the Petro. So that's pretty handy. Like, you can really just about get everything taken care of and clean here. Except for the food is really expensive. Okay, when you live in your car, you get creative with food. So what I've got here is a tortilla. And you use a tortilla because bread gets crumbs everywhere and just falls apart and it's annoying. So this is a much better bread type product. And then I take in and put some peanut butter on the base and bananas I have sliced up and raisins, and I'm gonna roll it into a burrito and eat it, and it's okay.
I'm eating applesauce with a knife.
And we also have like Walmart brand, like breakfast bars and snack bars. And then, yeah, we have ramen that we cook. We'll make a video later of the ramen, I guess. Well, no, it really is just ramen. I mean, we go into a store and we get hot water in this bucket here, that I can't find. Wait, here, no, I can't find it. We have like a thermos. And we put hot water in it out of like the coffee machine, and then we come out here and we pour the hot water into a Tupperware container and put our ramen in it, and then it sort of cooks, it's edible. And we also have, a couple days ago we had Chef Boyardee, and we put that into our Tupperware and we took it inside and used our microwave. That was pretty awesome. So.
Don't forget, we also have Hormel.
Oh yeah, we have Hormel chili, but I'm not sure that we should eat that when we're confined in a small vehicle together.
We're real excited about that.
Okay, so we're leaving Las Vegas and we are headed for Yosemite in California. And I used to live, like when I was littler, I used to live right outside of Yosemite, so it's kind of neat because I've been there a whole bunch and that whole area is kind of cool, and I get to show Katie around a little bit. And let's see, Las Vegas. Las Vegas is, we don't really drink, we don't really gamble, we don't really do prostitutes. So the main things that you do in Las Vegas we're not really that interested in, but it's still pretty cool to just go and see the strip and see all the lights and go inside the casinos and see all the weird things. And like the fountain outside the Bellagio is amazing. The people inside Circus doing the Trap B stuff is really amazing. So every once in a while you have something that's just like, wow, that's really cool. So, I mean, and it's all free. I mean, you just walk in, it's not like you have to do anything. And so, I mean, for us, you know, we're not trying to spend a lot of money, so that was really like superb. So we spent like 2 days here or something, 3 nights, 2 days, and one day was kind of administrative, so we could have done it in 1 day easily, but it was no big deal. We're not really on any schedule. And yeah, so we got a 9-hour drive, and here we go. Woohoo!
That's a dirty car.